In this video, I'm going to share with you my 90-day publishing map. Isn't it cool? I just drew this out and I thought I would share it with you today and share with you how you can publish your book by Christmas, the biggest book buying season of the year. In fact, BookBaby says that 41% of all books are sold between November 15th and January 15th. We're getting ready to start an accountability group September 1st inside Author Audience Academy to help you publish your book by November 1st. So you're ready for that book buying season. Hi, my name's Shelley Hitz. I'm an author coach at authoraudienceacademy.com, and I'm on a mission to help you reach more people with your message. It's time to let your light shine. And you know what? It's time to get your book birthed into the world. Are you in? Are you in to publishing a book before Christmas, a new book? If you already have books, the next step I recommend is to write and publish a perma-free book. It's the first step in phase 2 in Author Audience Academy. Phase 1 is publishing your book. Phase 2 is the author automation system. I give you all the training, all the steps inside Author Audience Academy. But are you in? Are you in to publishing a new book in the next 90 days? And what I'm doing is this is available as a download inside the Publish module of Author Audience Academy. But I wanted to show you this just to give you a big picture of what a 90-day publishing map would look like, how you could get your next book published in 90 days. Basically, that's 12 weeks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this on my iPad and I'm going to be just zooming in to different areas of the map. Again, if you're an Author Audience Academy member, this is available now for you in the Publish module. You can download this. You know, it all starts with a book idea, obviously, right? You have that book idea, you have that topic, you find that topic, you research and you decide what is the book idea you want to birth into the world. Now, it could be that you have a book that has a different purpose. Some of you are going to be publishing books to build your business. So it's a business builder. And that is an amazing thing to do because a book is a credibility booster. You can give them away. You can get leads and clients and sales through a book. There's so many things you can do with a book to grow a business. The second reason is it may be a passion project. It may be something you are just passionate about sharing. That's what my Broken Crayon Still Color book is. It's a passion project. And sure, I do want it to sell. I want it to reach a lot of people, but it's a passion project. And I just knew that God was telling me to write that book. The third reason you could be writing a book is that you want to sell books. You want to earn a living as an author. And if that's the case, you want to make sure that you research, that you have a hungry market, that you have a market that is already buying books, they're hungry for information, and that your topic is solving a pain point. Your topic is something they're gonna buy. One thing I see with a lot of authors, they get into their book project, they get into it, and then they realize it's not selling as well as I thought. I'm not making money off of this. And first of all, you need to know that it's really difficult to make a full-time income just off of books. That's why I have phase 3 inside of Author Audience Academy. It's called the Book Brilliance Program. Getting ready to launch that in Author Audience Academy. And it's all about creating multiple products from your one book. That's exactly what I've done over the last 18 months. I've created multiple products, 6-figure income from one book. It is possible. So that's one of the things I really want you to be thinking about first when you think about your book idea. What is the purpose of your book? Is it a business builder, number 1? Is it a passion project, number 2? Or is it to sell books? Like you want to make a living as an author. The next thing is week 1 of your 90-day publishing plan is all about the decisions that you're going to need to make. And I have this all written out inside Author Audience Academy for you. So don't worry, it's all there for you. And you can just go through the list and make those decisions. For instance, some of the decisions I recommend that you make right now is this a series? So if this is a series, then you need to really start thinking about what the series will be, what the series name will be, and you kind of need to start planning that out now if it is going to be a series. Or what formats will you be publishing this book in? Audiobook, print, Kindle, that sort of thing. But there's a ton of different little decisions, and it doesn't take a lot of time, but you just need to go through and make sure you know these things before you start diving into the writing process. One mistake I see a lot of authors making is they dive into writing before they really know where they're headed. It's kind of like shooting for a target and you don't even really know where the bullseye is. So one of the really important things, just take this very first week, and set the foundation. It is so important. And one of the things I recommend you do in week 1 is to research your target audience. Who is your target audience? And to be honest, this is the step I think most of my members inside Author Audience Academy skip. Because it's easy to skip. It's like, oh, I'll do it later, or oh, this isn't really that important. But I will tell you, doing this one step of researching and and I give you the step-by-step training inside Author Audience Academy is going to set you up, guess what? For your marketing later, for your sales later, for you to be able to actually market the book and get it out there to the world and be able to speak in your target audience's language, to know who you're actually targeting, to know actually where you're going to market, to actually know what you're going to do next. So if you skip this step, it's going to leave you probably a bit disillusioned, because then you're going to be like, my book isn't selling, or I hate marketing, or why can't I sell any books? And if you just do this one step, it's going to make everything so much easier later. So please, would you please promise me that you won't skip this step? This is such an important step. That is one thing that I've really noticed in probably the last 6 months or so, is the lack and the blindfoldedness, is that a word? Of authors going into even writing, but also marketing their books. They just haven't done the research. And it doesn't take that long. It can take maybe an hour or two. And an hour or two, 1 or 2 hours, can save you days and weeks and months and years of stress and grief and freaking out and being disillusioned and disappointed, and actually knowing, like, going into writing your book, knowing, okay, this probably isn't a topic that's going to sell that great, but it's my passion project, or it's my business builder, and I know that I want to write this book. Or I know this book, it's in and of itself is probably not going to sell a lot, but that's why I'm going to do these products on the back end. That's why I'm going to do this on the back end. Or I know this is a hot topic. I know this will sell well, but I really need to narrow it down to this audience. And I really need to kind of tweak my book topic so that it's really targeting that audience. And if you get this wrong, and then you write your entire book, you invest months and years into writing and publishing hundreds of dollars, however much. I mean, Zaheen Nanji said she saved thousands of dollars by using the steps and techniques and strategies I teach in Author Audience Academy. So it doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg, but it's hundreds of dollars. And then you get to the end and you're like, oh, this isn't even going to sell. What am I going to do now? Now I have a book. And I know some people who have worked through vanity presses or small publishers, and then they have like boxes and boxes of books that aren't selling. What do I do now? So this step, please, if you hear nothing else from this training, please do your research. Please don't skip the target audience step. Please make sure that you go through these decisions and that you do it, because it will only make everything easier in the end. I have an entire system inside Author Audience Academy. It's called the Author Automation System. It's to help you work smarter, not harder. And once you have it set up, it will work for you 24/7. While you write your next book, while you spend time with your kids, while you do other things, it will continue to market for you. To be honest, I have not been marketing my books for the last 18 months because I've been deep into Author Audience Academy. I'm still selling books. I'm still making a really good chunk of my income from selling books. That's because I have systems set up in place. Now, I still need to do marketing, and that's something I do want to do more of. But when you have these systems in place, you can then breathe. So week number 2 is now that you have all those decisions made, you did your research, right? You researched your target audience, you know kind of the direction you're going, what format you're gonna do, and I have a bunch of other questions in there for you to go through. Make sure, I wanna make sure you don't miss anything. The second week is now finalizing your book topic and your outline. So this is fun. And the better your book outline, the easier it's going to be to write your book. Because the more detailed your book outline, it's kind of like a map. And the more detailed your book outline is, it's like, okay, a sign that says turn here and then turn there and turn here. You're never going to sit down and have writer's block because your outline is going to tell you what to write on next. And that's one thing I love about outlining. I know some of you are fly by the seat of your pants writers. I get that. I totally do. And you can still do that. But why not just try at least having a general outline? I think you're just going to see it's going to help you be more productive and be able to write faster and even better when you have a plan. Now, in Author Audience Academy, I show you all different ways you can outline your book. There are many ways. Pen and paper is one way, but mind mapping, you can use a big poster board with sticky notes. You can even use a book map. One of our members, Kim Stedman, she wrote out a training and gave us some templates that she allowed me to put in Author Audience Academy that shows you how to use a book map for outlining and getting your book project done as well. So just choose one way, whatever works best for you. Maybe it's just as simple as pen and paper. Get that done. So that's week 2. In this 90-day plan, it's just a suggestion. Everyone's going to go a little bit at a different pace, but I give you 4 weeks to actually do the writing. But what I teach and what I recommend is repurposing. Repurpose. Okay, repeat after me. Repurposing. Did you say it? You do not need to be writing every word brand new from scratch. How many of you have blogs? How many of you have a podcast? How many of you have recorded videos? How many of you have sent emails? How many of you have written Facebook posts or, you've given presentations on your topic? You probably already have a lot of content you can repurpose. It's so much easier when you have something to start from. I'm giving you kind of, week 3 to 6 to write. And that also fits along with the timeline of my 30-day writing challenge. So inside Author Audience Academy, you get access to my 30-day writing challenge. So if you want, why not go through that 30-day challenge during weeks 3 through 6? 4 weeks, 30 days, kind of fits. And I kind of did that on purpose. But why don't you do that? So that way, you're learning to write faster, you're learning to write better, you're learning productivity tips that are going to save you time. If you're just kind of tight on time, at least go through the first 7 days. Those are the most critical to really succeeding with writing and finding your writing sweet spot. So the next step is step number 7, and that is self-editing. Self-editing is a really important step. I have to admit it's not my favorite step, but how many of you want to make your manuscript shine? You want it to shine. It's really important not to skip the step. And I share a ton of different ways you can self-edit inside Author Audience Academy. I share with you a bunch of different software you can use that can help you. It's all inside the Publish training. And there's a ninja tip on the self-editing that you'll find in there that really can help you find all the little things. The more you self-edit, the less work it's going to take an editor later, and the more your manuscript is going to shine. And so make sure to take that time. I've given you an entire week in this 90-day plan or 12-week plan to finish your self-editing. So weeks 8 through 10 there's going to be some overlap. So when you're publishing, sometimes you're handing off your manuscript, like in this instance, you're handing off your manuscript to a professional editor while they have your manuscript. I'm giving it 3 weeks right now. I asked some editors and they said it can take as little as 1 week. Sometimes it takes a lot longer, but you can hand off your manuscript to a professional editor. They go through everything that they need to really give you the best manuscript. And then while they're doing their work, you can start working with a designer on your book cover. So I give you 2 weeks to do that. That's week 8 and 9. And again, this varies. It may vary depending on how many people your book designer is working with, how quickly they can turn over projects. Some people can get it done in a few days. Some people, it takes longer. But I'm giving you at least 2 weeks in this process. And then week number 10 is going to be all about preparing for publication. So these are things like researching your keywords, researching categories, getting things ready for uploading to Amazon. Week number 11 is formatting. So by this time, you should have accepted the edits, made the changes from your editor, and you now have a finished manuscript. You have your book cover. You've had your book cover designed. So now it's time to send your manuscript to be formatted. And there's different formats depending on what you want to do, whether it's Kindle, other ebook platforms, print, and I give all that training there for you. I also give you a Kindle template inside Author Audience Academy, and you can simply use that template if you're wanting to publish to Kindle. The next step, week number 11, is formatting. Typically, the best thing to do is just simply to hire someone. You can hire someone for a fairly low rate, takes the stress off you, because I don't know about you, but I don't really love the detail-oriented work of formatting. So I have someone that is detailed-oriented and is able to do that for me, because that's not my sweet spot. If you can afford it, I do recommend hiring someone, and all of my recommendations for outsourcers are also inside Author Audience Academy. Then the final step, woohoo, is to upload and publish. That's week 12. This is the basic map that I've set out for you to get your book done before Christmas, to get your book done in the next 90 days, to be able to write and publish a new book. And I really believe this is doable for most of you. Now, you may have to change the schedule a little bit depending on what you have available right now, time-wise. Who's going to work on publishing their book in the next 90 days? And I want to see every single one of my Author Audience Academy members publish a book for Christmas. And that can be a short Kindle ebook. That's very doable. A short Kindle ebook is very doable to get it done, to learn the process, to go through the steps. And we're going to do it together. And why not get it finished? Why not publish it? Why not put some other things aside, make this your next 90-day goal, and say, I'm going to finish this by the biggest book buying season of the year, when 41% of all books are bought between November 15th and January 15th. I'm going to do this. And again, if you would like to join us, you'll need to sign up. This is the publish module. Let me show you when you log in what it's going to look like. So you'll have the start here. I always want you to set your 90-day goal, and if you're in this accountability group, your 90-day goal will be to publish your book, right? But that's there for you. And then this is the module we'll be going through, is Publish. This is phase 1 of Author Audience Academy. And this is where you print out your checklist and your publishing map. You get all of that in there. And then I just reorganized, and I spent hours and hours. I probably have like 10 to 15 pages of notes, just really trying to make this as simple and streamlined as possible for you inside the Academy. So the first step is the strategy, and this is week 1. All of this is in here for you. Week 2 is your book topic, outline, and title. So I have all of these trainings here for you on that, and they're short. Most of the videos are very short. Let me see which one this is. It looks like a lot, but it's actually, I made them shorter so you can fit them into your lifestyle. Let's see how many minutes this is. This one's 5 minutes, 5 minutes and 36 seconds. So it's not very long, little chunks that you can get done. And I have my 10-minute book title, and I have access to my Tidal Wave tool in there for you guys. And then the section on writing. is all in here, and then you can get access to the 30-day writing challenge right there. The next section is self-editing. Talk about 4 ways to self-edit the software, and then I have a section on proofreaders and beta readers. And I actually give you my templates I've used for beta readers in emails that you can feel free to use as swipe files. The professional editing section, I have a section for your book cover, and you guys, I just go through step by step. I give you all my recommendations for what to use. Preparing for publication, your front matter, your ISBN, your keywords, categories, all of that, formatting, and then publishing. So all of that, you know, for pricing your book, uploading, all of those things, and then the launch. So once your book is out there, you want to launch it to the world, right? And so I have all of the follow-up training on how to launch. We have a book launch team that helps you launch your book in Author Audience Academy. It's all laid out for you, all step by step, and we're going to be going through this together starting September 1st. And I would love to have you join us. You can join us at authoraudienceacademy.com. Now it's the time. You know, it really is. Like 90 days is very doable. We can do anything for a short period of time. You know, think about when you were in school or college and you had a semester. This is kind of like a semester of college, and you knew you could do it for that short period of time. It was a lot, but you can do anything for a short period of time. 90 days is very doable for you guys to really get this whole concept from book idea to published book. 90 days, you can do this. It's also leading up to the biggest book buying season of the year. It's a statistic BookBaby has shared. 41% of book retailers, both brick and mortar and online, both ebooks and print books, they said 41% of all books are sold between November 15th and January 15th. Let's do this. Let's get our books ready for that season. People are going to be getting new phones, new iPads. They're going to be getting new Kindles. They're going to be downloading a ton of things, a ton of books after Christmas, which is why it extends to January 15th. But leading up to Christmas, people are going to be buying gifts. They're going to be looking for things to give to people for Christmas. And so why not? Also, people get gift certificates and they get money, and so they end up buying things on their own after Christmas. Again, I would love for you to join us inside Author Audience Academy. So if you haven't joined yet, go to authoraudienceacademy.com and I'll see you on the inside. Bye-bye.